Hi! If you're joining me live, please let me know where you're from, what you're doing. Just say hi if you don't have anything else to say, or if you have questions for me, that's fine too. If I can answer them, I will be more than happy to do so live. If not, I can look up the answer and maybe get back to you, or maybe plan a demo or tutorial based on your question. If you're joining me live, welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 363 and we're live in Southwest Florida, finally back to the beach. This is the first day I've been back to the beach since my trip. Hi Joe, thanks for joining live. I think I saw Grace here as well. Good morning. I know, Joe, we're finally back. I don't know if you can see, but the full moon is still here. The full moon is right. See if I can get my finger right there. Can you see it in those two tiny horizontal clouds? Hopefully you can see it. Good morning, Judy, Deborah, Lisa. Glad you could be here, everybody. Thanks for joining live. Yeah, I can see it's right there. Can you see the moon? Christy can see it. Awesome. Okay, I'll sit to the side then for a couple minutes while we can all still enjoy it. Can't believe I'm back to the beach, and with the time change now it's a little earlier in the morning again, so we're seeing that gorgeous glow on the horizon because the sun has not come up yet. And those of you who have been joining me here at the beach for a long time know that different times of the year, depending on whether it's daylight savings time, not daylight savings time, winter and summer, that gives us 4 different types of light here at 7:45 in the morning. So whoever said Florida doesn't have seasons or change, what do they know? Good morning, Tammy. Thanks for joining live. Sorry I missed a few names, but so glad you could all join me here. I seriously cannot believe I'm even back at the beach. This is surreal and exciting, and see, we can move it down a little bit. Yeah, we can. Is it still there? I don't know. Good morning, Christy and Barbara and Sherry. Thanks for joining live. Good morning, Mar. Glad you all could be here. I have a few things to talk to you about this morning. Good morning, Connie. First of which is some belts that I found on Amazon, and I've already popped them into my shop. And I'm going to take it off before I show it to you on camera because I feel like it transforms this outfit so much. I want you to see the before you see the after. So I bought some stretchy belts. I used to have some beautiful vintage gold stretchy belts, and they were vintage. They had elastic, so you do the math. They didn't last me very long once they became mine. And so I've been on the search for elastic belts ever since, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. An elastic belt that fits you well, not too tight, but tight enough that it doesn't droop, is an incredible way to transform any outfit. A baggy shirt, a loose dress, even a fitted outfit, it adds a little bit of pop. So the first set that I bought was a 2-pack in black and in tan, and I love them so much. I'm going to go back and buy the silver and gold now too, because I feel like between black, tan, gold, and silver, you have something for any outfit, any time of day, and any occasion, and any shoe color. So I'm going to show you. I'm wearing one of my Amazon outfits actually. This is one of those A-line tank tops, right? Super loose. I bought it extra loose to wear over leggings. I have it over leggings, the fleece line leggings, and I'm wearing that t-shirt cardigan. Okay. I look put together, but I also look a little pajama-ish, right? And that's okay. If you're not going anywhere, or you're not going anywhere special, it's fine, right? I dress like this all the time. Let me show you something. You grab the belt, pop it under the cardigan, and over the tank top, and whoa, immediately it is transformed into looking like a way more put together outfit. You could actually throw on fancy shoes and some jewelry and be done. I mean, doesn't that transform it a lot? And then you could also blouse it up and do this. I would totally blouse it up like that and not even wear the cardigan. I love how it changes the hemline of the top too. I would think that would be super cute over leggings, but even not even bloused, it immediately transforms this outfit. And that's the same for knit and crochet tops, like the Sweet Clara. This is how I wore the Sweet Clara top on camera for Knit and Crochet Now last week, and you'll see it when the photos come out for promotion and obviously when the episode comes out. But I wore black jeans, black tank top, Sweet Clara top, which is an A-line loose top, and I belted it with a stretchy black belt and bloused it up over, and wow, transformed into something that made me look curvy, shapely, put together, and still covered all my bumps. You still couldn't, I mean, it wasn't tight. It just gives you that curve of an hourglass shape, but it doesn't show you where the lines begin and end. So, no, Catherine, layers 10 has not been sent. It will be sent by Friday for sure. But thanks for asking. Working on, like I said earlier this week, because I missed last week, there will be 2 new patterns for both books, and they will be out by Friday. Yeah, stretch belts are super comfy. This particular brand comes in 2 sizes, so the smaller size was to fit up to a 32-inch waist, and the larger size started at 33-inch and went, and they both had like, gosh, at least a 10-inch range within those 2 sizes. I opted for the larger size, and could it be tighter? Maybe, but is it super comfortable and still fitted? Yes. So I think I did go with the more correct size. I feel like I fell right in between the 2 sizes. So let that be your guide. No, I made the smallest size in the Sweet Clara top, Marnie. It's a very loose and drapey top. So even though I've changed size since I first made it, it still fits me fine. Good question. And I like things fitted in the bust anyway, so it doesn't bother me at all. Does anybody have any other questions before we move on? Oh, we've got Curious George and some of our birds here this morning. Someone mentioned to me a couple weeks ago that I have not mentioned Curious George in a while. And so last year, when the birds started getting really curious, we affectionately named one Curious George. And so every now and then, when one of the birds gets extra friendly or extra close or curious, we lovingly refer to him as Curious George. So those of you who have not been at the podcast for a very long time, if you hear anybody in the comments mention Curious George or me, that's who we're talking about. We had a few here, but they didn't stick around. And what's sad is that there's some crushed up potato chips over there, so that's what they were over to this morning. Edna, how's Marlon? Marlon's great, thanks for asking. He'll be in a tennis tournament this weekend, and it's in Naples, so I will get to go. Good morning, Christine. You didn't miss much. I've only been here a few minutes. Hi, Chantel. Thanks for joining live. Glad you could be here. I attempted French braids this morning. My hair is still not long enough to put it in actual ponytails back there yet, but I was able to clip both sides back and do a little bit of braiding. So better than nothing. You know how I miss my braids. Definitely growing my hair out at this point from the cut. Yeah, it was good to get it all chopped off and get healthy, but I think I'm going to grow it back out some. Good morning, Stacy. Glad you could be here. Hi, Judy. Thanks for joining live. Okay, the next thing I wanted to talk about. Thanks, Pamela. You can find the whole outfit I'm wearing in my Amazon shop, and if you need help finding any of the pieces, just leave a message in the comment. Leave a comment below, and I will send you the links if you can't find them. Yes, look, it's so comfortable, and the belt isn't too tight, so even belted and looking so put together, I still feel as comfortable as if I left the house in pajamas. And I'm going to back up so you can see the whole outfit with the belt. I mean, I just think that for something that feels like pajamas, I honestly can't picture something more comfortable. Christine had to cut hers short because it was falling out. Yes, that's another important reason to cut it short too. It immediately looks a lot healthier. The belt is sized. It comes in 2 sizes. One was up to 32-inch waist and one was 33-inch waist and up, and they both had huge size ranges, and I went with the larger size. And you can see it has a ton of give, but it's also very, very comfortable on. So I'm 5'9", 185 pounds. I do not know what my waist measurement is right now. Probably really don't want to know. But anyway, the belt was up to 32 or 33 and over, and you'll see it has a huge range on both ends of that, and I chose the larger one, and it's incredibly comfortable on me. So I hope that helps. I know when I'm looking for shopping online, I love reviews that tell me how tall somebody was and how much they weighed, and even preferably what kind of a shape they have, because it really helps you to figure out what size you want or need. All right, if nobody has any other questions about that, I wanted to show you something else this morning. I'll wait a second and be sure. All right, I don't think there's any more questions, so I've been getting lots of questions about the new Be So Sweet crochet hooks, and I kept the sticker off so that they would look really great in front of the water and the light this morning. So this is the new set of Be So Sweet crochet hooks. They come sized from 2.5 millimeters up to 6 millimeters. And I've gotten lots of questions on how to crochet with them. Are they, people asking, can I crochet with them, meaning them specifically because they use a pencil hold or because they use a knife hold. And I wanted to show you that they're good for both. And what's also interesting is that you could even switch between both ways of holding it if you wanted to. So, because you know how I talk about when I've been crocheting a long time, in order to take a break, I don't necessarily stop crocheting. I just start doing something that requires different muscles. So I go from knitting to crochet and crochet to knitting. Well, I have found that with these hooks, going from a knife hold to a pencil hold actually uses different muscles. So if you wanted to give yourself a little break, you could do that without taking a break. You could try that too. So see, what will be the best way to the hooks? I think I just mentioned they're 2.5 millimeter to 6 millimeter. And there's 8 hooks in the set. And if you go to the page on my website, it explains all of that anyway. So I'm going to start. Let me know if it's okay to look at it mirrored like this so that you can see how my hands are. If not, we can turn me behind the camera. But I'm going to show you. Here's the pencil hold. And I'm just doing a traditional granny square. I think I'm using the 5 millimeter hook and worsted weight yarn. This is Be So Brave American Merino wool. So I'm going to do a few stitches with the pencil hold. Hi Jane, thanks for joining live. If anybody wants me to turn, okay, so now I'm going to switch to the knife hold, and you'll see that it works really well for the knife hold too. If anybody wants to see any other kind of demo with them, I would be more than happy to show you. I think my favorite part is just how pretty they are. I love that they're color coded, and I love that they have different designs on them, and I just love looking at them while I'm knitting or while I'm crocheting. Whoops. I looked up instead of looking down. I'm sure everybody else has done that too. Sometimes I cannot look at what I'm doing, but right now I'm doing that walking and chewing gum thing, reading comments and crocheting, and I think I got distracted by a bird going by. So 3 things was too much. Hi Christine, thanks for joining live. Are they ergonomic? I am not sure. I can show it to you closely. I'm not sure if ergonomic is something, I mean, they're a little bit softer, and they're obviously a little bit thicker than regular hooks, so I know that that's good for some types of arthritis. I am not sure what actually makes something specifically ergonomic. Christine says they are. Okay, thanks Christine. Like, I don't know if there's some sort of qualification to say that. Do they glow in the dark? No, they do not, Sherry. Wouldn't that be cool though? They are great to hold, Lisa. I think I like both ways of holding them, and I like the fact that I can switch back and forth. Okay, so that was the knife hold. So now we'll go back to the pencil hold. I just like how these hooks are so pretty that they remind me of my grandpa, and they remind me to just slow down, stop and smell the roses, and enjoy life a little more. And they're just so cute. They remind me of my shawl pins too. So here's the set. It comes in 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, 4.5, 5, 5.5, and 6 millimeter. And here's a granny square using the 5 millimeter hook and both the knife hold and the pencil hold. Oh, look what else I have with me. I've got my Shangri-La bag. I actually took this on my trip on the project that I was working on the airplane. I used this as my project bag. That was super fun. I know a lot of you have made this bag too, so fun. Today I'm going to do a tapestry crochet. I'm going to start working on a tapestry crochet baby hat using Beso baby yarn in that bunny pattern. Remember the bunny pattern that I did in knitting a few days ago? Well, I finished it, and now I'm going to use the same chart to do a crochet hat using that same bunny motif chart in tapestry crochet. And so I'm trying to figure out my colors. I did the mint green and the snowflake white in Beso baby yarn for the knit hat, and I'm going to look here to see if anybody has any suggestions for 2 colors of Beso baby yarn to do the crochet bunny hat. And I am open to suggestions this morning. I don't want to do it exactly in the same 2 colors. I would like them to be gender neutral, but I have not honed in on 2 colors. So I am looking for suggestions. So anybody that's familiar with the 15 colors of Beso baby yarn, name them. And if you're not, that's okay too, because, oh, Sherry, yellow and gray. I like that idea too. And you know why? Because bunnies can be white or gray. So, and yellow is neutral just like the mint was. Okay, I'm gonna go with Sherry's suggestion. I love it. So we're gonna do yellow for the hat and gray, and which is buttercup. And we're going to do platinum, which is the gray for the actual bunny. All right, that was easy. Yes, Christine, the hat's going to be in crochet also. Yep, and then pretty close to having several hats done, so we'll do a little PDF ebook of the baby hats as soon as I have them all done. Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. Oh, lots of great color suggestions. Thanks, everybody. I love hearing all the ideas. So this works as a great project bag, by the way. And boy, could I fit a lot of stuff in it. Yeah, gray and white would be pretty too, Edna. I agree. I love gray and white together. I like gray, the platinum, with all of the pastels. I think it's a really great neutral with all the pastels and really pretty for baby colors. Even gray and white with a pop of a pastel. I think that's another really pretty combination for like baby Afghans. Which reminds me, anybody interested in making quicker Afghans and is really enjoying Beso baby yarn, I would suggest doubling the yarn to making them quicker projects. What I'm planning on doing is all of my baby projects in one ply of, or one piece of yarn of Beso baby, but I'm thinking I'm going to do the Afghans doubled, so it's a thicker yarn and it goes quicker. What do you guys think of that? I think it sounds fun, doesn't it? It doesn't take as long. And somebody asked me a question and I didn't catch it. I think they asked if these were crocheted, and yes, they are. These are in my my latest book, 80 Handmade Gifts. It's a crochet motif that I have stretched around a hoop earring. You can find the pattern in that book and on my website. And this uses Beso Fine Yarn Bling, which is my hand-dyed bamboo yarn, with a thread of pure silver plied right into the yarn. Yes, mixing colors in doubled yarn is really cool too, because then you can actually make some really beautiful shading. Yeah, that's another really fun experiment that we can do. So we'll do some color work, we'll do some texture, and we'll do some shading. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Good, I'm glad to see other people are on board with my ideas. Makes me feel less crazy. You know, when you work by yourself, sometimes those ideas are swirling so much you have to bounce them off of other people. Yes, and tripling the yarn, Lydia has a good point. To do shading work, tripling the yarn is an incredible way to show some shading. Yes, that would be really beautiful. And then you could do it with a super big hook and probably get a baby Afghan done in a day. So how awesome is that? And if you're gonna make an Afghan for a baby that ends up being a play mat, and I know I did this a lot when my son was born, I liked really thick blankets so that they could be a play mat for him to do his tummy time and playing on. So tripling the yarn to do some shading work will be very, very good for that. Maybe do some texture to keep it nice and squishy. Yes, great ideas. We will definitely implement those. All right, we got a bird. Is he gonna stay? Hi, buddy. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Yes, Tunisian crochet is another great way to do color work, for sure. And a great way to speed up. I think Tunisian goes a little quicker than regular crochet sometimes, certainly in some of the bigger stitches. I know I made a queen size blanket. Hi there. We've got a friendly bird. Can you see him? Ah. Hey, buddy. Oh, my tripod is busted again. There we go. I wonder what what I do with the tripod is just considered rough. Who knows? I mean, all I do is strap it to my bike and walk to the beach every day. It doesn't seem like that much stress. I'd like to think that there are photographers that are more stressful on their tripods than that. I just bought this one, Lisa. This is the one that I just bought, what, a month or two ago? A couple months ago? My other one lasted me years. Oh well. It's work. I mean, I can make it work still. It's just a bit of a pain. All right. What do you say we look up the next quote. Today I'm working in a Create, Share, Inspire Notebook Volume 1. I finished up Volume 5 a while ago, so let's see, what's my next page today to write in? Oh, here's one. Okay, so the next page that I'm going to write in today is a Cherokee proverb. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Wow, this is a good one, right? I mean, how many times have you heard, and Marlon mentioned one to me the other day that talks about being in the present moment too. What did he say? Oh, he said the one where the present is a gift. I can't remember it. Anyway, had a really nice talk with Marlon about inspirational quotes the other day, and he said that they're all so cliche. I said, yeah, you're right, they are cliche. And before I even had a chance to say it back to him, he goes, but you know what? The ones that are cliche are the ones that are so true. And I was like, yes, that is my boy. Yay, he gets it. He gets how important motivation and inspiration are. And I was so proud. So this is right along the lines of what we were talking about that day. We were talking about how important it is to let go of the past, not worry about too much about the future, and just focus on right now, because this is really all we have. So I'm going to read this Cherokee proverb again, and I see that someone up here just said that they were Cherokee, and that's awesome. I'm so glad. I don't know if you knew this proverb already or not, but I'm glad I could share it with you anyway. Okay, don't let yesterday use up too much of today. Love it. Let it go. As much as you can, let it go. Is this book for sale on my site? Yes, all of the Create, Share, Inspire notebooks are available on my website as well as on Amazon, and they're available on Amazon in Prime all over the world. Yeah, if you can just, and even if it's hard and you're really struggling with something in your past right now, give yourself 5 minutes to let it go. You know, sometimes you just have to do things in baby steps just to get further along from where you're at right now. So if you can give yourself 5 minutes to let go of something, it'll be 5 more minutes that you get back of today that you weren't going to have of today. So any little bit counts, and the more you practice with little things, the more you can, the more you practice in little bits, the better you get. It doesn't matter if you're crocheting. If you're crocheting a new stitch, if you're knitting a new stitch, if you're practicing to let go of the past, it doesn't matter. No matter what you do, every little bit helps you get better at what you're doing. So important. And it's something we all need reminders of. Well, hello, buddy. Hi. He's like right here now. Oh, he's leaving again. Here, I want to show you though. There he is. Pretty colors. Glory had a bad food day yesterday, and today can be a better day, Gloria. Absolutely. Today can be a better day, for sure. Even if you focus on one meal at a time, make breakfast a better day today. That's it. Try making one meal better, or one snack better, making one trip to the grocery store better. Don't worry about the whole day yet, just worry about one thing at a time. Oh, Maria, she's going to share that quote with her kids today. That's awesome. Nothing makes me happier than to see that something that I shared can get passed on to others. Thank you for letting me know. All right, well, we are almost out of time. I almost didn't make it to the beach this morning because it was so dark when I left. I had to wait till the very last second to even decide if it was safe to get on my bike. But now that the sun's up, it's going to be great. So the ride back will be no trouble at all. I can't believe the sun really hasn't even come up over the buildings yet. I'm going to show you. So here's the beach to the south of us. You can see there's quite a few people walking. The Ritz-Carlton is all set up for sunbathers. The sun still hasn't come up over the buildings and the trees in the east yet, but it's soon. And then here's the beach to the north of us with our curious little bird. This little sweetheart, he has been circling me since the podcast started. And how many minutes ago was that? 26 minutes ago? So he's curious but shy. All right. If you enjoyed the podcast, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. Click the bell notification button so that you can be notified every time we go live. And share it with your friends if you think they might be interested in joining us in the morning. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, my tutorial, my stories, chatting with me and everyone else here. Let us make time to create, share,